In this video, let us learn many-to-many relationship on second example. The first example we have learnt on students and courses. Second example we will explore on places and tourist. One place can have multiple tourists and one tourist can visit multiple places. So this is many-to-many relationship. So first we need to create a project. Open the Chrome browser. So navigate to Spring Initializer, start.spring.io and select the project as Maven, the language as Java and Spring Boot version is 3.5.6 and the group ID we should provide com.gentech and the artifact ID we should provide spring hyphen many to many and we should provide the package as demo and packaging as jar and Java by default it is selected as a 21 since in my machine the JDK is available is 21 and dependency. So we should select the MySQL driver and the second dependency we need to select Spring Data JPA and you don't need to select the Spring Web because we are not developing any RESTful APIs. Once after selecting all these details, now we need to generate the project now. By default, it is generates in a .zip file format. Just open this particular project. So yes, it has opened the project now. Just copy this particular project. Go to the folder in Spring Boot application folder. Paste it. Now extract the zip file. So we should remove the Spring hyphen many to many name because to avoid the nested folders. Now click on extract. So once after extracting the file, we will delete the zip file. So now we will open the same project in our IntelliJ IDE. So go to file, open, C drive, Spring Boot application and select the folder project name Spring hyphen many to many. Click on this window. So it is resolving Maven dependency now. It takes some little bit time. Once after resolving the Maven dependencies, yes, now we need to expand the src folder main resources. The first we should provide MySQL connection details. So for that purpose, first one called spring dot data source dot URL is equal to JDBC colon MySQL colon localhost colon 3306. It is a port number of our MySQL and now we can open the MySQL workbench and we can create a database. Create database many to many. The same database name we should provide here. So afterwards we need to provide the username password spring dot data source dot username is equal to root. Next one spring dot data source dot password is equal to root. So once after providing the MySQL details, connection details, we should provide hibernate properties. The hibernate properties are spring dot JPA dot hibernate dot ddl hyphen auto is equal to update. Next one, we should provide spring dot JPA dot show hyphen SQL is equal to true. In our previous example, I have provided show.sql. Because of this reason, so I was in the console, I was not able to view the any SQL queries, especially when we are discussing about the example students and courses in the console during the execution of the project. We haven't seen any SQL queries. So because of which reason? Because in my previous example, I provided the wrong property name, that is called the show.sql. I'm extremely sorry. It should be show-sql. Okay. So please correct it when you are practicing about the previous example. Please correct this particular property name, show-sql. So now once after providing the MySQL connection details and along with the Hibernate details, properties details, so now we need to go to our package and we need to create a package name called entity first. Entity. The first we need to create, because in our current example we should discuss about many-to-many relationship on places and tourists. So that's the reason we should create a entity class called places. So another one entity class called tourists. First places. So we need to provide the private integer ID, private string place name, private string place type, whether it is historical, that's called as the place type. Private string place state. Place state means whether it is in which state, whether it is in Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, okay, Andhra Pradesh, in this way. Private date created at private date updated at. The date should be imported from java.util. If we can import from java.util, it provides the date along with the timestamp. So once after providing these details, again go to tourist. Here we will start providing the details. Private integer ID, private string tourist name, private string email ID, private string country name. So these are the details we have provided. Along with we should provide private date again updated at. So we should import date from java.util package. Once after providing these details, again go to places. So we need to provide the entity details, entity, and we need to provide the table name. If we didn't provide the table name, by default it takes class name as a table name, table underscore places. And here also in tourist also we should provide at the rate entity, at the rate table, name is equal to table underscore tourists. So next step, we need to provide the primary key val means identification, that is called the @ID. The primary key generation, that one we need to provide. Generated value strategy is equal to generation type dot identity. So now we need to provide the column name. So if we didn't provide the column name, by default the table takes the field name as a column name. So we can able to modify the column name based on the table point of view. So the name is equal to place underscore id place underscore name place underscore type place underscore state name and place underscore created underscore at and place underscore updated underscore at. So we need to generate the created date. For that purpose, we need to use annotation creation timestamp. Similar way, we should use one more annotation called update timestamp. The same way, we need to update the details in tourist also. First, we need to provide @ID. So this is for primary key and primary key generation value generated type dot identity we should provide. And here also we need to provide user defined column name @column name is equal to tourist underscore id tourist underscore name tourist underscore email underscore id tourist underscore country underscore name tourist underscore at tourist underscore. So we should provide the created date we need to generate. This reason we should use creation timestamp annotation. We should use similarly we should use one more card update timestamp. So now we have provided the entity details we have provided both for place and as well as tourist, including primary key information also we have provided. So once after providing these two details, now currently place and tourist are independent to each other. Now we need to apply the many-to-many relationship in between places and tourist. So how we can able to apply means the first one @many-to-many cascade type dot all. Next one mapped by places. So here we should provide private set tourists is equal to new hash set. So we should import set and hash set from java.util. Yes, we have imported from java.util. So once after importing, we should generate the getter and setter now. So generate getter and setter, select all the fields, generate the getter and setter. And similar way, we need to generate the constructor. So for all args constructor, select all the field name and generate the constructor. If a class contains parameterized constructor, the class should have no args constructor. Okay, save this particular changes in places entity. So now we should provide many-to-many relationship along with the join table with respect to tourist also. So first we need to provide @many-to-many cascade type all. So now we should provide @join table we need to provide. So here places and tourist can have a relationship with many-to-many. For that purpose, by using join table annotation, we can generate association. So it will connect both entities. So name places underscore tourists, comma, join columns @join column name is equal to place underscore id, comma, the inverse join columns @join column name tourist underscore id. So once after providing these details, so now we need to provide set places is equal to new hash set. So here we should import from java.util. So once after providing these details, again here also we need to generate. So this places underscore tourists, it's going to become an association. It means the mapping, the relationship between places and tourist can be available in this particular table. So now we need to generate getter and setter, select all the field. So now we need to generate the constructor. Select all the field, it is the all args constructor it will become. If a class contains parameterized constructor, we should have a no args constructor. Yes, we need to save this one. So now the places and tourists, both entities can have a relationship with many-to-many relationship. So by using join table, it was representing the many-to-many relationship. So now we need to create one more package. The package is repository. Under repository package, we should create an interface places repository. This places repository extends JPA repository. So here we need to provide entity name. In our case, the entity name is places and the data type of the primary key is integer. Similar way, we need to create one more interface. Tourists repository extends JPA repository. Here you need to provide entity name card tourists, and data type of the primary key is integer. So once after saving these changes, now we should apply in a main method. So in our class, this class should implement command line runner, and here we need to implement a method run. So first we need to inject @autowire private places repository places repo. Another one, autowired tourists repository tourists repo. So now we need to create an object for, so place 1, place 2, tourist 1, tourist 2. We need to create an object and we will add the details now. First one, create places. Place 1 is equal to new. So for this particular place 1 dot set, we should provide place name. Place name is Hampi. Dot set place type. It is a historical place. Historical place. Dot set place state. It is in Karnataka. Similar way, we need to create one more object, places. Place 2 is equal to new places. Place 2 dot set place name Mahabalipuram. Place 2 dot set place type. It is a historical place. Next one called place state. Place set place state. It is in Tamil Nadu. Similar way, here we need to create tourists. Create tourists. Tourist 1 is equal to new tourist 1 dot set tourist name. The tourist name is, you can provide any name, Santosh. Dot set tourist email ID at gmail.com. And tourist 1 dot set country name India. Similar way, we need to create one more tourist. Tourist 2 is equal to new tourist 2 dot set tourist name. We can provide any name beneath tourist2.set email ID, gmail.com. Set country name, India. So currently we have created two places and two tourists. Once after creating, so we need to add tourists to places. So now place one dot get tourists. So it always returns set object only dot add. So you can add tourist one. Who is the tourist one? So tourist, we need to add tourist one. For place one we need to add, for place one dot get tourist dot add tourist 2. It means for place one we added two tourists. Similar way, place 2 dot get tourist dot add tourist 2. So we have added tourist to places. Similar way, we can add places to tourists. Dot get places dot add place one get places dot add place two. Similar way, tourist2 dot get places dot add dot get places dot add place 2. So once after adding the details we can save it. Save repo. So how we can able to save it means place repo dot save all list dot off. We can provide place 1 comma place 2. So since we are using cascade all, so as soon as if we can execute a place repo dot save all, automatically it is going to save the tourist details. But even though we can provide save all list of tourist 1 comma tourist 2. Even if we can provide either any one repo, if we can save also, it will save everything, because since we have provided a cascade all. Save this particular changes. Once after save this particular changes, previously in our previous example it was not at all generated any SQL queries. It's not showing any SQL queries in our console because I have provided the wrong property. That is called, I provided a show.sql only I provided, but here I provided a show-sql. Everything is proper. As soon as if we can execute, it has to generate it has to show the SQL queries on the console. Meanwhile, if you can get any error message, we'll fix it. So now, see, it was showing all the SQL queries now. Because in our previous example, we are unable to see this particular the SQL statements. But currently we can able to see. This is because of the valid property in the property application.properties file show-SQL. So now we can go to table. Use many to many, and we can provide the query now. Select star from many to many dot table underscore places. Select star from many to many dot table underscore tourists. Select star from many to many dot places underscore tourist. Now if you can execute these three queries. So first one, places. Currently we have added two places, Hampi and Mahabalipuram. Yes, the two places are available. One is Karnataka, another in Tamil Nadu. And tourist, we have added two people, Santosh and as well as Vinith. We have added two people. And next one means, see the place one, place ID, Hampi. So again, if you can go to place and tourist, so one is associated with one tourist. Again, place one is associated with the second tourist. Again, the place second is associated with the tourist one, and place two is associated with the tourist two. So this represents one to many relationship representation. Thank you.